Welcome back to the Deep Dive. If you're out there searching for an English podcast for learning English American accent, well, you're in the right place.
That's right.
Today, we are diving deep into the schwa sound.
The schwa.
The most common vowel sound in American English.
Oh, absolutely.
So get ready to unlock the secrets of this sneaky little sound that's everywhere.
It really is.
We've got two awesome sources to guide us today.
Okay, great.
One that focuses on the pronunciation and practice of the schwa, and another that dives into the linguistic background.
Fascinating.
And if you're serious about mastering the American accent and speaking English fluently, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more deep dives like this one.
That's right. These deep dives are going to help you so much.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Yeah?
What exactly is the schwa sound?
Well, think of the sound you make when you're, not sure what to say, and you just say, or huh.
Huh.
That's the schwa.
Okay.
It's like a short, relaxed U sound.
Like a very relaxed U.
Yeah. And it's represented by the symbol, and sometimes it's called the lazy vowel because your mouth is relaxed when you make the sound.
Oh, so it's the sound we make when we're not quite sure what to say.
Exactly.
Like a filler.
It is. It's that neutral vowel sound that pops up everywhere in English.
Everywhere.
Especially in unstressed syllables.
Okay.
So you're going to hear it a lot.
I'm starting to see why it's called the most common vowel sound.
Yeah.
Why is it so important for someone who's trying to learn an American accent?
Well, English is a stress-timed language.
Stress-timed.
This means we emphasize certain words in a sentence, making them louder and longer.
Okay.
While others are quieter and shorter.
So some words are like the strong beats and others are like the softer notes in between.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And the schwa often appears in those softer, unstressed syllables.
Right.
Which makes it super important for getting the rhythm of American English just right.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you know what? Mastering this rhythm is what will make you sound more natural and fluent. Oh, okay.
So pay attention to the schwa.
It's like learning the steps to a dance.
It is.
Okay, so the schwa sound loves to hang out in unstressed syllables.
Wow.
Where else might we find it?
Well, our sources have some great examples.
Okay.
Take words like banana, chocolate, or different.
Okay.
Not all the vowels in these words are pronounced with their full, clear sounds.
Oh, you mean like the second A in banana?
Yes.
It's not like the first A at all.
That's the schwa in action.
Mm-hmm.
And understanding this can be incredibly helpful not only for pronunciation, but for spelling too.
Oh, okay.
Knowing where the schwa often appears can help you decode new words and avoid common pronunciation errors.
That's a game changer.
It is.
I've got a question. Can the schwa sound ever replace other vowel sounds?
It certainly can.
Oh, wow.
For example, it can replace what we call R-controlled vowels like the sound in letter.
Interesting.
This is especially common in Australian English, which just shows how diverse English pronunciation can be. Wow, the schwa is like a master of disguise.
It is.
This is fascinating stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's shift gears and get practical.
Okay.
Our English Talk podcast source has some great advice on how to pronounce the schwa.
Right.
What are the key things to keep in mind?
The key is relaxation.
Relaxation.
Remember, it's the lazy vowel.
Right.
Keep your mouth relaxed, your tongue neutral, and your jaw loose.
Okay.
Don't try to force a full vowel sound.
So it's all about keeping it nice and easy.
Exactly.
Okay.
One helpful tip is to imagine the schwa symbol as an upside-down E.
An upside-down E.
That's too lazy to sit up straight.
I love that.
That image can help you remember the relaxed quality of the sound.
It's like the E is taking a little nap.
Exactly. And speaking of fun ways to practice, there's a schwa song mentioned in our pasted text source.
A schwa song.
It's a simple tune based on the wheels on the bus, and it's a fantastic way for learners to get comfortable with the sound and the symbol.
Wait, a schwa song? You're kidding.
Not at all. It goes like this. The schwa sound is surt. The schwa sound is shrent. The schwa sound is surt. It's the lazy sound you see. The schwa sound is free.
That's brilliant. It's so catchy. I can definitely see how that would help people remember the sound. And it's a reminder that the schwa is all about being relaxed and effortless, just like the melody of the song.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered what the schwa is, why it's important, where it shows up, and even how to pronounce it. But what about actually using it in everyday speech? What tips do our sources have for that?
One of the best things you can do is simply become aware of the schwa sound. Start listening for it when native speakers talk, noticing how it changes the rhythm and flow of their sentences.
So it's about training your ear to really hear the schwa. I have to admit, I've never really paid attention to it before.
And once you start noticing it, you'll be amazed at how often it appears.
Oh, wow.
You'll begin to understand the music of American English in a whole new way.
That's so cool. It's like unlocking a secret level in a video game. Okay, back to those tips. Our sources mention some strategies for using the schwa when reading and spelling. Can you tell us more about those?
Of course. When you're reading, if you come across a word you're not sure how to pronounce, try replacing the unstressed vowel with the schwa sound. It might just unlock the correct pronunciation. And when it comes to spelling, try using a spelling voice.
The spelling voice.
This means pronouncing the unstressed vowel more clearly as if it were stressed to help you identify the correct letter to use.
That's a really clever trick. It's like temporarily turning off the schwa in your head to make sure you're spelling the word correctly.
Exactly. And don't forget about the power of connecting base words with their derivatives. Remember the example of president and preside. Noticing these patterns helps you understand how the schwa works in different contexts.
It's like solving a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much depth there is to this one little sound. And as we head into the final part of our schwa deep dive, think about this. How has learning about this sound changed how you think about the American accent?
Well, it really is amazing how much depth there is to something that we often don't even think about.
Right. It's like the schwa has been hiding in plain sight this whole time.
Exactly. And once you start to understand it, you realize it's not just about imitating sounds, it's about understanding the nuances, the rhythm, the underlying music of the language.
And the schwa is a key part of that music, even though it's often overlooked, like the bass line that holds everything together, even if you don't consciously notice it.
I love that analogy. And once you become aware of the schwa, you start to hear it everywhere, and you realize just how important it is for achieving a natural-sounding American accent.
It's like you've unlocked a secret code to fluency. And for those of you looking to perfect your American accent, remember to subscribe to the channel. We've got tons of resources to help you on your journey.
Absolutely. We're here to support you every step of the way.
Now, as we wrap up our deep dive into the schwa, I want to go back to one of the key takeaways from our sources. It's not just about pronunciation. It's about understanding how the schwa impacts the overall rhythm and flow of English.
That's such an important point. English is a stress-timed language, and the schwa plays a crucial role in creating that rhythmic pattern.
It's like a dance between stressed and unstressed syllables. And the schwa is the graceful glide that connects those steps.
Beautifully put. And mastering that dance is essential for sounding fluent and natural in English.
Exactly. It's not just about pronouncing individual words correctly. It's about connecting those words seamlessly into a flowing stream of speech.
And the schwa is the secret ingredient that makes that flow possible. It's truly the unsung hero of the American accent.
And today we've sung its praises, we've explored its origins, its importance, its pronunciation, and even its musicality. We've left no schwa unturned.
We've certainly had a lot of fun exploring this fascinating sound with you.
And we encourage you to keep exploring on your own. Pay attention to how the schwa is used in different contexts. Practice pronouncing it in various words. And don't be afraid to experiment. Remember, the more you play with the sounds of English, the more natural and confident you'll become.
Embrace the journey and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow.
And for those of you out there searching for an English podcast for learning English American accent, you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button to join our community of English learners from all over the world. We're here to guide you every step of the way. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the schwa sound happy practicing.